Hi Virgo, how are we today? Just doing our weekly reading. This week we are looking at all things love. Okay, so we're going to start off with a card for self-love, and then we'll move on over into the person on your mind, as well as new love. So whether that's showing us brand new love energy or whether we're going to be seeing that same person on your mind. See what comes out when it comes out. Okay, but please subscribe to the channel if you're not already. I do really appreciate your support, and you'll be able to keep your eye out that way for when we do start that competition to win a free reading as well. So, every single like and comment, it really does help the channel grow. So I'd super appreciate that. Okay, this week we are using, I've got the Power of Love activation deck. When it gets to the person on your mind, we've got the Hidden Truth Love Oracle there. The main Lenormand deck I'm using, we've got the Slavic Folklore Lenormand. And I've also got my personal signifier deck as well, which is star signs, timings, and initials. All right, so we'll use that one at the end as well. All right, but getting into it for you today, Virgo. Virgo, what does Virgo need to know in regard to love? What does Virgo need to know in regard to love, please? Release. These cards, sometimes they don't pick up very well, but that does say release. You have the ability to give over unwanted energies to the loving forces of the universe. All right, so there's some things you need to release a little bit at the moment, Virgo. Some stuff still sort of playing on your mind, some negative energies that you're holding on to. Sometimes negative energies come in the form of, those strong emotions that we hold on to. I do feel as though, Virgo, this is something that you've been holding on to. It may be positive emotions, but it's no longer serving you because you've been holding on to that too tightly. Sometimes we do need to just sort of, it is what it is, and release it into the universe. Okay, what's that saying? If you love something, set it free. If it comes back, it was meant to be. All right, I'm kind of getting that for you here, Virgo, that, and not necessarily to do with a person, just to do with your emotions. All right, so release all those emotions in a loving kind of way, and if you're meant to have those emotions, they will come back. Virgo and the person on their mind. Okay, Virgo and the person on their mind in romantic love, please. Okay. So, Virgo, we do have, I wish things could be different. All right. So I'm strongly feeling with that one that it's that wish that not necessarily things could be different to how they currently are, but it's got to do with the past. I feel this person is maybe wishing they had have acted in a different way, said something differently. It's just coming through with a little bit of regret. That may even be you, Virgo. So take it as it resonates, because that may be one of these things that you do need to sort of release is any regret or guilt over the way things played out in the past. This holding on to this wish that things could be different. It's not going to make them different. It's kind of, I always find with that sort of energy, it's all about using it to make sure you're going to act differently in the future. All right. We can't change the past, unfortunately, but we can, learn from the past in order to make sure we're not making the same mistakes in the future. I kind of feel like that's what that is all about for you here, Virgo. We do also have, I lost myself for a little while. So that card does talk about that energy of somebody who takes on the other person's interests, puts a lot more into the other person than they're putting into themselves. Losing touch with yourself because you're so focused on this other person, what they need, what they want in their life. Um, I am feeling for a lot of you that this is the person on your mind, that they are feeling as though they tended to lose themselves a little bit with you, maybe paying more attention to your interests than their own interests. I'm not going to lie. My That is actually resonating for my feelings towards my ex Virgo. My child's father is a Virgo, so I do know Virgos quite well. I was with him for 10 years, so and I did lose myself a little bit there. I lost touch with doing readings so often, and that's something I've really loved about being able to re-find myself is I've gotten back in touch with that side of myself that and realized how passionate I am about doing my readings all the time. So um, you know in that sense, I do wish things could have been different. I wish that I didn't lose myself so much in that connection. And I'm kind of feeling that this is this person's energy towards you a little bit here, Virgo, that they feel as though they've taken on a lot of your interests and that you maybe haven't, given them the space to really follow their own interests. Not necessarily saying that's a bad thing, because when we're, in a partnership, we want to do we want to share interests with our partner, and we want to do the things that they love and whatnot. So it's not necessarily a bad thing, but this person just does feel as though they lost touch with themselves a little bit. But once again, the energy can always flip and change, so take it as it resonates, guys, because we also do have I love you. Okay, so there is still a strong love there, whether that's you or them. There is still a lot of love there, and it love is encompasses a lot of things. It's not necessarily always that passionate I love you, I want to be with you kind of love. You can love somebody and not be with them. That's definitely possible. And choose to not be with them. Love someone like they've become part of your family because you know them so well, all that sort of stuff as well. But we'll get a bit more info with the lenormand, all right? Because I'm kind of feeling that, this is you wishing things could be different, and you with all the love here, Virgo. I'm feeling the love coming from your energy a bit stronger here, to be honest. Because I'm. It's not that it's stronger; it's that it's different. Like, I feel it's more romantic coming from you, Virgo, whereas this person, they love you, but it's in a different way. But we'll delve into it a little bit. Like I said, flip it as necessary. It may be totally flipped for some of you within the collective as well. Okay, the person on Virgo's mind. Person on Virgo's mind. Person on Virgo's mind with romantic love, please. Can I just clarify that? Clarity for that second card, please. Okay. So the hidden energy I'm seeing here is the birds. So there's a conversation that hasn't happened, that needs to happen, or doesn't necessarily need to happen, but one of you is feeling as though there's a conversation that hasn't happened, a conversation that maybe should have happened between you and this person, but it did not happen. It's hidden. So maybe this person wants to tell you, wants to talk to you about some things, or you wanting to talk to this person. We do have the crossroad coming through first. So that's talking about, choosing which path in life you're going to follow, choosing which path you're going to follow with this connection, making a choice or decision as to, do I walk this path with this person on my mind, or do I choose a different path altogether? I do feel as though a lot of you are sort of feeling as though you need to choose between two different things, and it seems to be a split, like a totally split direction for a lot of you, and one of those paths is directly towards this person on your mind, whereas the other path is it's very different for everyone within the collective, but for some of you it's got to do with a different person. So there may be two people's energy you've got here. And for others of you, this is like choosing a new path where you're going to be independent, or choosing a new path where you're going to choose a brand new direction in life altogether. And, maybe, I'm feeling a few different things. Some of you may be thinking about moving far away kind of energy. Some of you may be choosing to focus on your career more so than love, and it's coming through as a choice with what direction you're taking in your life in general here. But for some of you, that one of these paths is specifically towards this person on your mind, specifically towards romantic love energy. We do see the snake coming through, and I do have that clarified by the key here. So, for some of you, this person that's on your mind, it's got to do with a work connection just by itself. Because both of these cards can talk about career kind of energy as well. But the snake energy, it's you talking about, it's a path that you desire. You have a lot of passion towards following this path. You have a lot of ambition along this path. There's a lot of goals that you want to meet along this path, but there's this kind of fear that you're deceiving yourself that this is the right path for you. So you are, I can see in the future here, like in the future cards here, that you are very up in your head about this decision, because you're kind of just worried that you're deceiving yourself about this path being the right path for you, that you're allowing temptation to sort of lead the way, and you're sort of letting your passion and your desire to follow that path take over what is necessary for you yourself here. With the key clarifying that snake energy, the key really does talk about brand new opportunities, opening yourself up to this new opportunity here, unlocking something within yourself when it comes to your desire, your ambition. There's a lot of success. There's a lot of success behind any door that you open with the key. There is a lot of success. So for some of you, this is outright you are more focused on following career ambition and opening brand new success for yourself in that aspect. And so I am sort of getting that as a bit of a side note there for a couple of you, that you are going to be choosing to follow career path rather than the path of love. But for some of you, this is directly love, talking about this person on your mind. Once again, it could be flipped as well. Some of you, I'm getting that for some of you, that's what this person is choosing, and you're hoping that they take the temptation to follow love to you. All right, because you're like, oh, I've got the keys to the city over here. I can, I'll open up new opportunities for you. I'll open every door for you. I'll give you all the opportunities for success that you need. Just as so long as you choose the path that leads to Virgo. So I am getting a few different messages here for you, Virgo. So the collective, obviously, on diverging paths at the moment, especially with that crossroad being the first card that's come out. A lot of you are on diverging paths when it comes to this person on your mind. Some of you are, following that path, and others of you will be choosing a brand new path. All right, but what we do see here is the clouds Okay, and the rider, the knight in this deck, they actually came out together. So this shows us that you've got some really fast-paced thoughts when it comes to this person on your mind. You kind of overthinking everything when it comes to this person on your mind, or they are to you, and it's very, very fast-paced energy. It's like, as soon as you think of one potential outcome, you're thinking of the next potential outcome and the next potential outcome and the next potential outcome. But some of you here, this is definitely talking about, bringing your thoughts to that person, taking action, thinking something and then taking sort of impulsive action towards it. But there is a side note here of not letting yourself think too much about these decisions, because the more that you're thinking about these things, the more heavy that you allow it to weigh on your mind here, the more confused you're going to actually become, and you will struggle to take that quick action here. So there's definitely I'm seeing too that for some of you, this is that person bringing their thoughts to you, and or you bringing your thoughts to this person, saying, "Look, I've got to make this, I'm going to make this choice as to whether I'm going to go in this direction or that direction." I'm bringing my thoughts to you. I want to, which is a good thing to be, because we do see that conversation on the bottom of the deck. So we do know that there does need to be a conversation about this with this person, because if you are considering something like moving away from this person completely, or a job, if you're in a connection, and you changing jobs is going to affect this person somehow, it is something that you do need to think about quickly and move on quickly. So it's sort of telling you, think about it quickly. Don't spend too much time thinking about this. Just sort of choose your direction and take quick action here. Don't allow your thoughts to dwell on this choice, and swiftly sort of come into this person and have that conversation if it's necessary to have that conversation with this person on your mind. All right, but we'll move on over to brand new energy for you here, Virgo. This may show more new, like the new energy around this person on your mind, but for some of you, it's going to show brand new love energy around you. So we'll see what comes out. Virgo, brand new love energy for our Virgos, please. Brand new energy for Virgo with romantic love. Brand new energy for Virgo with romantic love. Okay, and one more, please. One more for Virgo in regard to new love. I feel like for a lot of you, this has got to do with a brand new person's energy coming through here. I do have the feminine on the bottom of the deck, so it's probably going to be somebody very emotional, someone very nurturing and emotional. I do feel it is feeling like it's a brand new person for quite a lot of you here. We do have the anchor coming through first, but it has come through with the Reaper, okay, which the Reaper is the scythe in the traditional deck, and I do feel as though they're playing off each other here. This Reaper is actually going to dramatically change this anchor energy, that they are sort of communicating strongly with each other. This Reaper is telling us something is going to end, something you need to break free of, something that you need to cut something out, you need to make a sudden change. All right, the Reaper does bring in sudden changes, okay, and it does sort of let us know that if we don't make this sudden change, that there is a bit of a warning there. The thing that's needing to change for you here, Virgo, is this anchor energy, which is that energy of being stuck, being too too dependent on where you are right now, and being too secure in where you are right now. Okay, depending too much on nothing changing. Okay, so that's the first thing that needs to change. So it's one of those things where, quite a lot of time we can get very comfortable with where we're at in life, and especially with love as well. So this is asking you to make some sort of sudden change so that you can move out of any stagnant energy that you are stuck in here. But I'm kind of feeling though that there's a hesitancy to change this, to break free from this stuck sort of energy here. Because I feel as though what's happening, Virgo, is you're telling yourself, I'm not stuck, I'm stable. I'm not being held back, I'm being held secure. It's not it's not it's not holding me down to the bottom of the ocean, it's holding me in place. So I feel as though there's a little bit of telling yourself that right here is good. This is where I want to put my anchor and stay. I'm just going to stay here because it's comfortable and it's easy. That's what you need to break free from. Okay. Regardless of what that means, because it's a bit daunting. I know, change is scary because sometimes when things change, we don't know what to expect. And, we don't know if things are going to be good or bad or somewhere in between. And if things get worse, then we're like, oh, well, I would have been better off just sitting there, even if it wasn't the best. At least I was, better the devil, and I was comfortable sitting there. And that's what I'm getting here, Virgo. But you're needing to break free from that energy. You're needing to cut that out kind of energy and make some sudden changes for yourself. It's kind of like a big giant plot twist for yourself here, I feel. You're needing to, break free of anything that is holding you back and keeping you too comfortable, too secure, that you rely on too much. All right, because and it's not going to be the easiest challenge. All right, the next card I have is the Mountain. And, change is uncomfortable. And that's what we're seeing here. This is obstacles or delays, there it is going to make you feel as though you've put in all these new obstacles in your path. But the great thing about the mountain is once you climb that mountain, once you put in that hard work and perseverance to, break free from that stuck energy and just start climbing, on the other side of that mountain, it's a million times better than what you had right here when you're stuck in this one place. There's always a bigger view. Once you get to the top of the mountain, you can see your way clear and you know exactly where you're going. But it is going to, I'm not going to lie here, Virgo, it's going to take some hard work to get to the other side of that mountain. And, determination that you're going to get through it all, even if it, that you're not going to allow yourself to sit pretty and comfortable and just see what happens around you. No, I'm going to put in the hard work to make love what I want it to be, what I believe in it can be for me in romantic love. I'm going to put in the hard work to get there. We do on the other side of that, we have the wolf energy. All right. So for quite a lot of you, this has got to do, we're going to be facing obstacles in the form of friends. All right. In the form of things that we're loyal to, the things that, once again, it's going back to this anchor energy, the sense of companionship and understanding that we've got with that anchor energy. That's probably what the obstacles are going to be. Is you're going to sort of question your own loyalty, question your own the companionship with yourself. But we also do see with that dog energy, the wolf energy there, that, once you get to the top of the mountain and climb over those obstacles, you're going to find your place in the world. Okay, that is the card of friendship, and it's being a friend to yourself first and foremost here, Virgo. And you are going to find your place in the world. Okay, you are going to find that loyalty all over again. You're going to find that understanding for things and that companionship that you're wanting. But I feel as though it's going to be in a much stronger, secure way in the future here. But we're going to get some signifiers and see if we can get any sort of accurate information on all this for you. Okay, Virgo. Virgo, what does Virgo need to know in regard to romantic love? Okay, so Virgo, your energy quite strong. We have the Virgo card has come out first and foremost. So some of you may be dealing with somebody with Virgo placements, but otherwise it's kind of letting you know, Virgo. It's reaffirming that you need to focus on you yourself, especially too. One of the initials had came out was the letter I. And I do feel as though for a lot of you, that's talking about I, Virgo, I need to start thinking as I rather than you. Okay, especially going back to that I lost myself for a little while energy. Those of you where you're putting too much of yourself into somebody else, you need to stop saying you or we and start saying I instead. All right. Virgo, you are important, Virgo. You're the most important person in this whole reading here, Virgo. We do have. I do feel as though this is in regard to the new energy I picked up on here, where we're needing to change something that we're stuck in, and move forward, no matter what obstacles come in our path here. That we have the current card as well as December. So that's talking about from the current time frame to the end of the year, December, that we'll be working through making that change from comfortability, and then getting through those obstacles. And then next year I feel as though you'll be finding that wolf pack, that sense of self all over again, Virgo. The person on your mind, for some of you here, we've got your X. So we do have the letter X coming through. We also have the K and the I. So we already saw the I there, but the K as well. So for some of you, this is Kimberly. I'm getting Christian, even though that's not with a K, right? But a KI name is important here for some of you, or somebody with a name that has a K or an I initial, or an X as a standout letter in their name. So sometimes we do see X quite a lot of the time in the middle of surnames, for example, or the middle of names, like like Jackson or Saxon and those sorts of names. So a name like that with a standout kind of X, we all know X stands out when we do see it in a word, but I am also seeing here X marks the spot. So it's coming through here, Virgo, that, if you do see references to X quite a lot in the next few days, so if you go walking down the street and you see a big X on the pavement, if you are walking through a shop and, I don't know, you see a book called X, some of you may meet somebody, you may have met, there may be something about, X. I feel like so stupid calling it X. Like, can we just all go back to calling it Twitter? I'm not even on Twitter, but I still think it's ridiculous. So you may have met somebody on there, but if an X, like X, the letter X, if that somehow pops up a lot for you in the next few days, it's letting you know that there's something important for you in this reading, okay, Virgo? But you're more than welcome to check your other placements, and hopefully I'll see you all again soon.